I don't know if I want to do this. I don't even know if I can do this. But I'm just going to say it. In the 7th generation of the console wars, I was an Xbox 360 snob.
60-minute gamer.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. Like I said in the intro to the video, I just was an Xbox 360 snob. Coming off the PS1, I focused a lot of time on that PS1, console. It was a great console coming off of graphics from, the Sega Genesis to this generation. I just loved it. It was a breath of fresh air at the time, and it just added so much graphics back then. It seemed like a powerhouse of gaming. So when the Xbox came out and I knew Microsoft was coming out with this console, I wanted to get it. And when I picked up that thing, it was a beefy PC in the form of a gaming console, and I loved that thing. I invested a lot of money and a lot of games into it. I wish I would have kept all the stuff that I did have at the time. I think I gave away. I don't think I even sold anything or traded in. I gave away a lot of the stuff when I moved on to other things. So what do you do? So when the 360 came out, I was sold. Even with the red ring of death, I was just sold on there, and I was an Xbox snob. I thought the live platform was great, and it was terrible. I am not that way now. Right now, I'm pretty much agnostic. I love video gaming. I don't lean to one console or another console, or look at them as one's better than the other. I'm not a fanboy or anything like that. Back then I was, and I totally ignored the Nintendo Wii. When it came out, there was so many hype on the motion controls, and the Wii bowling was just, people were doing it. Even at work, people that I knew didn't game got one of these things and bowled on it. And I got one, I bowled on it, I got a couple gimmicky games, did some of that stuff, and just really gravitated towards the 360 and ignored the gameplay on the Wii. In retrospect, that Wii is really the GameCube Pro. That thing was awesome. Had new controllers, it had a Pro controller, you had the little dongle to it, but the thing that I missed, that I really loved on the PS1, was the light gun games. I loved the light gun games, and when we got to the Wii, they had the motion and the motion sensor plus, and the light gun games are not bad on that thing. I love playing these light gun games. My Mo GameCon this year, I picked up a Wii Zapper and wanted to give this a try. So I didn't buy very many Wii games. I was very snobby when it came towards what I was buying for them. I had the PS2, I bought that day one, and I had games on that I just had to have. So I really started going to the point where I am right now today, being agnostic. I don't gravitate to one console or another one. I'm not a fanboy of one thing. I just love gaming altogether. And now, some of these prices on the Wii stuff is rising a little bit, but I'm grabbing some games for the Wii, and I'm really enjoying it. What I'm doing is I'm playing it on the Wii U. I've got an 85-inch TV out in the movie room, and that is perfect for shooters. This last year, I got to spend some time with my brother and sister-in-law in Milwaukee, and we went to this bar called Up Down and played House of the Dead, and we kept on pumping in tokens till we got finished with that. And I thought, I'd like to get a House of the Dead. So I found it on the Wii, and I thought, hey, I'm going to try it. So I picked up House of the Dead 2 and 3, and I'm going to review this today. But also in the near future, I picked up Sin and Punishment. I picked up a Resident Evil shooter. Also picked up one of these gimmicky arcade shooters. And this is really, could be shovel-ware, but people say the Nerf gun could be a little bit fun too. So I picked up that, and I'm really excited about this one, and I'm not going to go into this one today, but I got House of the Dead Overkill. People say this is a great game, and I miss these games. So today I'm going to jump in, give a little review on what I thought of the House of the Dead 2 and 3, and show some footage. And the first thing you're going to have to do is calibrate your guns. I had a tough time doing this. I kept on having to move back further. I got a pretty big movie room out there with the 85-inch TV, and I really couldn't get that to register where I could be closer to the TV. The only way I could do that was to put the sensor bar on top of the TV, and that was not a problem. So I did the same thing here in the office and moved my chair back a little bit. Otherwise, I wasn't registering. But once you find that sweet spot, stay in that position. Don't move. Try to sit in the same spot, and you'll be a little more accurate. You know, it's not going to be accurate as a Namco gun con by any means, but it'll do the trick. So here we go. We are ready to go, lock and loaded, calibrated, and we're off to play House of the Dead. These types of game are called rail shooters for obvious reasons. You're on a rail, but you can choose your own routes by shooting different things. It'll give you a different route to go. When you complete all your lives in this game, you'll be able to actually see a map of where you went and the alternative routes that you would have had choices if you would have shot those things. You got your holster, and it shows you right there on the left-hand side what your life is and how many bullets you have. And to reload your bullets, you point away from the screen, and they magically reload there. And you got to make sure that you're reloading all the time, because if you don't, these guys can attack you, and they get a piece of you right there, and it took a little of my life. Obviously, I'm playing by myself and just in the single-player mode. But I had some friends come over within the past couple weeks, and we played this as a co-op. It had literally a flipping blast on it. I think we played one night till about 2 a.m. just shooting zombies away, trying to learn the patterns and learn the different routes we could do. So some of the choices that you have are how you're going to save people. So I saved this lady, which gave me an option that I can help this guy out. And if I shoot all the zombies and not him, and the zombies don't get him, he's going to give me a different route to go on. And you're going to say, hey, go right out that way. And it might be a little bit easier because I got rewarded for saving his life. Sometimes when you save somebody's life, they'll come up and give you some life, or sometimes they'll just say thank you and move about their way. Yeah, this game was literally a $11 pickup, and I just had a blast playing this game. In fact, all these games are pretty much around that $10 price range, except for Sin and Punishment, Star Successor. I had to pick that up for about $30. And I tell you what, I just love rail shooters. They are so much fun. And, oh no! I shot that kid! I guess I'm not going to get any gift from that one. So, you can see it continued because all my lives expired. And straight out of the box, you're only going to get so many lives, so many continues. And then when you end a game, they're going to add a continue. You'll go up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and finally 9 for your final continue that you get awarded. And you're going to need all those. It's going to be a learning curve to get through all of them and get to the boss levels. Just like any other game. You guys know what I'm talking about. I can't tell you how many tokens that my brother-in-law and I put into the House of the Dead 1 at the 1-Up bar, but this one isn't costing me anything. It only cost me about $11. And I am getting my money's worth out of this game. And I'm not going to delay this anymore. Let's rate this sucker. On the fun factor, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 stars, man. I had a blast playing this. And when you get somebody with you playing this, it is just going to double up on the fun. And for replayability, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. Man, you can just play this over and over and over again. It just does not get old, and 2 hours will seem like it is 10 minutes. I mean, how could you not rate this a 5 out of 5 stars for replayability? For controls, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 stars. It's not accurate. It's not that bad, but it's not like a gun con. And it is what it is, and you're going to have fun no matter what. But I can't give it a 5 out of 5 because the accuracy is just not there. And for concept, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 stars. And it is what it is. It's nothing new. It's a rail shooter. You're going to have a blast playing it. But there's nothing new here. There's nothing we haven't seen before. And it's just a concept that works, man. You are going to have fun playing this. It's like going to the shooting range at Disneyland and just shooting cans up in the air. There's just enjoyment to this type of stuff. And for value, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. I'm telling you, you can't get more bang for your buck here. You go out and you buy a Wii for $40. You buy a gun controller for about, I think I bought mine for $8 for the Zapper, and then I bought the little Nyko handheld gun for $5 that you see me using in the video, and $10 for the game. I'm, of course, playing this on the Wii U, which has HDMI out, which goes right into my capture device, and this is just loads of fun. And overall, I'm going to give this an 84%. What a great value. You guys will have fun with this. Make sure you buy 2 gun controllers. That is a must.